Miles Zeisloft, and I'm a prevention specialist with South Community. South Community is an agency in Dayton, Ohio, which provides mental health, substance use, and integrated care. My job is to talk to students about their well-being, and today's topic is going to be focused on how we can incorporate the things around us into an emotional first aid kit. As always, take care of yourself during this lesson. Talking about topics surrounding mental health can be difficult for some students. Let's make this a safe space for everyone here, and be sure to reach out if you or someone you know needs support. Today, I will be walking you through creating your own emotional first aid kit or self-care kit. The idea is to keep these customized resources with you at all times so you have a go-to prepared for when you are having that rough day. It's important to be aware and know what to do when we're having those moments where we feel anxious or stressed out. Go ahead and pull out the worksheet that your teacher has provided for you to take your notes on. Hold on to this as we'll be using it throughout the class. First, we're going to talk about our sense of sight. For this activity, it will be useful for you to have your cell phone, if you have one, or other ways of locating meaningful photographs. As we work through this, I want you to think about what you see on a daily basis and how it makes you feel. Are these images positive or negative? Are they helping you stay motivated, or possibly the opposite? Look through your phone and find those photos that make you smile and feel good. Things like your family, friends, past vacations, just those happy memories. What if you change your photo on your lock screen to one of these images? How could that help you? Remember to take these notes on your worksheet. I keep a picture of my kids on my lock screen because they bring me the most joy, and on my home screen I have a picture of my mother and I at my college graduation. I challenge you to change your background images and to be aware of how they make you feel each time you see them. Let's take a moment to do this now. The next sense that we are going to talk about today that influences how we feel is our sense of touch. Think about what things you own that calm you when you touch them. Maybe it's a soft pillow or a fidget. For me, I always have to have my 2 dogs and a specific blanket with me at bedtime. It's probably the adult version of a teddy bear, but I'm okay with that. Think about what things calm you when you touch them and take a note on your worksheet. Think about where you can keep these things so that they are readily available when you need them. Just like the things that we see and touch, our sense of smell can also influence how we feel. Scents are powerful triggers for our brain, like the smell of fresh popped popcorn or cookies baking. What scents make you happy? What scents calm you down? For me, I love the outdoors and fresh air, flowers and fresh cut grass. It reminds me of the springtime, which is my favorite season because I love to garden. Think about the scents that make you feel good and write them down or draw a picture of them on your worksheet. What are some ways that we can keep these things accessible? For me, being a plant lady, I have them all over my house and office. Sounds are another thing that most of us experience every day, which have the power to stir up feelings. Think about what your favorite sounds or playlists are and why you like them. Are there any other types of sounds that bring back good memories? Some examples might be the crickets in the summertime or roaring fans at your favorite sporting event. Some people sleep with a fan on at night because it lulls them to sleep and drowns out other noises. I like to use an app on my phone which has different soundscapes for whatever I'm doing. Like there's one for reading, sleeping, meditation, things like that. These sounds really help me block out other mental or literal noise around me and helps me stay mindful and present in what I'm doing right at that moment. Think about the sounds that make you feel good and write them down, or better yet, take a few minutes to load some feel-good songs onto your phone or change your ringtone and notification settings to sounds that make you smile. What are some ways that you can keep this nearby? The people that we interact with have a strong influence on how we feel. While we don't always have a choice about who is in our lives, we can often choose how much time we spend engaging with them. Are you surrounding yourself with negative, toxic people, or are those people who are uplifting and encouraging? Who makes you feel better when you speak to them and why? Write their names on your worksheet and the best way to contact them. You might have a different person for different circumstances, but if you're feeling like you can't think of anyone, you're not alone. A lot of people actually feel that way. But we want you to know that you have a lot of great support around you. Let's take a minute to talk about your school counselors. If your name starts with A to KN, Miss Ferguson is your go-to. And if your name starts with KO to Z, you can reach out to Miss Snyder. They are awesome resources here at Northmont Middle School and are very passionate about the work that they do in supporting each and every one of you the best way that they can. There are a lot of other options for finding help and someone to talk to. You can look up apps on a cell phone, such as the Get Help Now app that gives you lots of names, numbers, and websites in our area. I like this app because you can filter your search criteria down to location, types of service, what insurance your family carries, and so on. You may have also heard of the 741-741 number. This is known as the crisis text line. This is a resource that is staffed 24/7 and is super confidential because it's really easy to send discreet messages if you or someone you know is struggling. The responders at the crisis text line are trained to support you and to help you get the assistance that you need. So let's talk about our thoughts for a minute. Everyone has times when their brain starts feeling overwhelmed or negative. What can you do when this happens? Some people distract their thoughts by going on a walk, watching a video, listening to music, or talking to a friend. As I mentioned, I love being outside, and gardening helps me regroup. Write on your worksheet 3 positive things that help distract you and redirect your thoughts when they're not being helpful. Often, just thinking about these things that you have to be grateful for can make all the difference. Like the ability to breathe, have food to eat, and have a roof over your head. Not everybody has these. By now, you should have a lot of things written on your worksheet and maybe have made some positive changes to your phone. The trick is to keep this information handy so that when those things come up or you're feeling down, you can use this to bring your thoughts back to a better place. Everyone feels sad, frustrated, or disappointed at times, and that's okay. But if it gets to be too much, know that you're never really alone. Help is just a phone call or a text away. Mindfulness is the ability for us to be completely present, meaning totally aware of where we are, what we're doing, and how we're feeling. If you've ever gone through part of your day on autopilot, behaving out of habit or not paying attention to what's going on around you, maybe dismissing or ignoring those feelings that come up, that's living without mindfulness. An example of being mindful would be if you were reading a book and you were really connecting your own feelings to the story. Why do we focus on mindfulness? Well, studies show that students who meditate before an exam perform better than students who don't. There are many benefits to using mindfulness techniques. It has been demonstrated to reduce symptoms of anxiety, stress, and depression. Mindfulness can also improve concentration. What sorts of activities can you do to practice mindfulness? Jot down your thoughts onto your worksheet. There are a lot of cool and easy to use free apps available these days. Have you ever tried any of these or maybe a different resource? Think about what you liked about it. If you haven't ever tried a self-care app, I challenge you to check something new out today. Let's take a moment to pause for reflection and revisit the notes that you took on your worksheet. The top portions of the worksheet came directly from this presentation, so I want to go through the answers for those real quick with you. On the section about sounds, you were challenged to create a playlist of your favorite songs or sounds. For using your sense of sight for self-care, we suggested that you find those images which make you feel good and put them somewhere that you'll see them often. Remember, your sense of touch also has an impact on how you feel, and certain smells can make you feel happy or relaxed. In addition to our senses, keep in mind that other humans have an impact on our moods, so take action and try something that you've identified for your emotional first aid kit and practice some self-care today. The back side of your worksheet goes over the section on mindfulness, which is defined as the ability for us to be completely present and aware of our surroundings and feelings. We have also learned that mindfulness can reduce the symptoms of anxiety, stress, and depression, and can improve concentration. Next, you should have listed a few mindfulness strategies of your own. Examples given today were to stop and take a few deep breaths, to draw, to journal, to listen to music, maybe take a hot bath, or practice 5 minutes of meditation. Also remember to check out those suggested positive self-care podcasts, apps, and social media accounts. Remember that there are people who care everywhere and utilize the resources around you.
Hi guys, my name is Ashni Patel and I am a part of the Digital Wellness Committee. And today I'm going to be showing you guys how to release stress by using this simple breathing exercise. All you have to do is inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and exhale for 6 seconds. You're going to inhale using your nose and exhale using your mouth. And I'm going to demonstrate that right now. So let's do this together. Ready? Inhale, hold, exhale. And that's all you have to do. Repeat this about 4 to 6 times just to relieve the stress and calm your nerves. I hope this helped.